Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Can y'all hear me right? Is the sound good? Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Okay. Hey QB. Hey women in adjusting. How are you doing? I just saw you from Cherie's live stream. What's going on, Nia? Hey boo. And yes, you are. Hey Kiva. Hey, what's going on? Listen, go subscribe to come get this commentary. That's my girl Kiva. For all the gossip tea, she's really, really killing it. What's going on, London? All right. So I have not done a live stream in like the longest. So we're gonna see how this goes. Y'all know recently I have been getting into this whole AI chat GPT kick, and I'm just trying to learn more about it so that I can utilize it, not just like personally, but professionally as well. And I want to take the skills that I've learned, or what it is that I've learned so far, and help you guys so that you could take it and you can use it and implement it into your life, however you see fit, whether you want to use it in your personal life, whether you want to use it for business, whether your job will allow you to use ChatGPT. It's a good skill, and it's one of the skills, especially the prompt engineering skills, that is going to be, I think, I don't want to say necessary, but it's going to be a good skill in the future. All right. So let's see here. All right. All right. Hold on one second. Thank you guys for rocking with me. So, how's everybody's day doing? I'm interested in the chat GPT, but it kind of made me nervous. I feel you. Trust me, I've done things with ChatGPT, and I've primarily like done like artwork. I know the artwork itself kind of like makes me nervous, especially like when I do like photorealism. But the more you like talk to it and the more you train it, and I've learned like how you talk to it matters. Like if you like talk to it nice, you know, and you're like very complete with what it is that you want to say, it will give good results. So hopefully you guys checked out the last video that I did with the five-ish with the five-ish tips that I have to use Chat GPT to get like a good prompting experience. Are prompts different than questions? Um, Prompts are essentially what it is that you want the machine to give back to you. So prompts can include questions, but prompts are just simply directions on what it is that you want the model to do for you. Life is lifing, so I won't complain. Facts, girl. Life is lifing for me too, but you know what? We just gonna rock with it. We maintain it out this way. Yup. Yup. All right. So let's see how I do this. All right. So what I have here is prompt base, right? So this is promptbase.com, and prompt base is essentially a marketplace for prompts. So if you're not really good or well versed with prompts yet, prompt base would be a good place for you uh to start. So the reason why I am here is because I have a prompt on prompt base that I've actually created a couple of prompts, and the one that we are going to talk about today is the ebook and how to get ChatGPT to help you create an ebook in your own style. But I just want to go over like this website real quick if you're interested in it. Um it's a DALI, GPT, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and Chat GPT marketplace. Now, GPT is the base model for Chat GPT, which are both text generators, and DALI, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion are for artwork and images. So these are some of the stuff that people have created prompts for, and these are their results. So if you're interested in any of artwork, or if you're interested in, you know, things with you see productivity and writing, you have coaching prompts, food and diet, health and fitness, finance, idea generation, planning, etc., etc. You could use ChatGPT for a lot. When I tell you ChatGPT helped me create a solution for a complicated problem that I was trying to figure out, ooh, girl, that is not what I wanted. Just want to act funny. Okay, but the screen that I want to show you guys is this. Okay. So this is my prompt. This is what we're going to be working with today, and it is for an ebook that's written in your style of writing. Now, you can get ChatGPT to help you write literally anything you want it, like YouTube scripts, books, blog posts, you know, newsletters. But the key is to train ChatGPT to sound like you and to like emulate your voice. So, hey Tori, what's going on? All right. So I have the link pinned. If you're interested in purchasing the prompt, it's $3.99. And when you get the prompt and you make first make an account if you're interested. And then when you get the prompt, it will when you get the prompt, it is going to give you the instructions on how to put it in Chat GPT. All right. Is everybody following me so far? Okay. So what are you guys' thoughts on Chat GPT, this whole AI thing? Like, what are your real deal thoughts? Like, I'm trying to make this like the series that I want to do for you guys is I'm trying to make this as less scary as possible and as easily digestible as possible. So y'all got any questions? Um, mhm. Hey, Black women make money. Also, guys, if you have not subscribed already, also subscribe to Black Women Making Money. Her channel is very, very, very informative for Black women who want to be upwardly mobile. Okay, Women in Adjusting saying, if you stop in the middle of the conversation and when you come back, it forgets information, how do you rectify that? Have you experienced you stopping in the middle of the conversation and it forgets? Because it's supposed to if you're in one conversation, it's supposed to remember everything that you stated in the conversation, even after you come back to it after leaving it for a certain amount of time. It should pick up where it left off. Oh, saying yes. Ooh. Um, I've never experienced that, but I will look into that and then let you know because I've asked it some things. Yes, I've asked it some things yesterday and then it came back and then I asked it another question and it still followed up with the same question. Um Black Women Making Money says it remembers my conversations. Remember that this is still a beta model, so it's not perfect. It's not going to get everything right all the time. So it's very buggy. And especially if you're using the free version, It's definitely very buggy. I've asked it a few questions for YouTube titles and it gave me some good one, but I haven't used it regularly. Yeah, it comes up if you ask it like the perfect question and like the perfect prompt with exactly what it is that you want it to convey to you, it's gonna give you really good things. Am I using the app or the site? I'm using the site. I don't have an iPhone, so I'm using the app. I mean the site. Hey Panda. All right. So we are going to go into Chat GPT now. All right. So okay, so here's my prompt. This isn't the full prompt. If you purchase the prompt or you get the prompt, it's going to be longer than this. But the reason why I wanted to come on and show you guys how to do it in real time is because it works better if you break the prompt up in pieces, right? So what do I mean? Um, this is the first half of the prompt. The first half is I want it to analyze the prompt. And the second half of the prompt, I'm going to ask it to use what it analyzed to generate me one, an outline, and two, a chapter based on my style. So here it says, I'm writing an ebook about insert your topic here. Please analyze and thoroughly describe the following to see if you understand what I want to write, taking note of the style and tone of voice. So when you're asking ChatGPT to create something in your style, you need to ask it first to describe the style and the tone of the voice of whatever type of written work you already have. So, okay, so let's just say that I want to write an ebook about I'll ask y'all for some advice. What do you think I should write this ebook about? Mhm. Bitcoin. Okay, Black woman making money says Bitcoin. Um, mm, okay, so let's try Bitcoin. All right. About so where it says insert topic here, just put in what topic do you want to talk about, and let's say Bitcoin. Okay, so when you say Bitcoin, Cherie, what exactly specifically about Bitcoin do you want the book to be about? Because this prompt works better the more specific you are about what it is that you're trying to get at. Mm, mm. History of Bitcoin. Okay. Mhm, mhm. I'm writing an ebook about the history of Bitcoin. Please analyze and thoroughly describe the following to see if you understand what I want to write, taking note of the style and tone of voice. So my writing sample has absolutely nothing to do with Bitcoin, but I this is a sample of a book that I'm actually currently writing. So I'm going to copy and paste that, and then I'm going to enter it to analyze the style. Oh, hold on. I think it got a little bit ahead of itself. Okay. it got a little bit ahead of itself. Hold on. Um, Let me ask it to please analyze. No problem. Okay. So when I first did this, because I did it piece, it kind of jumped the gun and gave me a description of Bitcoin before it actually analyzed the text. So I just asked it to analyze the text first before moving forward and then ask if I'm okay with the analysis. So this says the text that you provided appears to be an introduction to an ebook maximizing the college experience and offering guidance to readers. The style is friendly, enthusiastic, and personalized with the author sharing their own background and perspective. The tone of the voice is encouraging and supportive, aiming to establish a connection with the readers and inspiring them to succeed. Okay. Realistically speaking, that's all I want. So now going to the second part of the prompt. It was funny because I actually had it in the next piece. A history of Bitcoin. Okay. Okay, so the second half of the prompt was where it was supposed to actually just analyze it first. So I said, please describe to me the tone and the style, and then ask me if this is what I want the book to be about, and then wait for me to respond before you proceed with writing an outline or the chapter itself. If I respond to no, ask me what I would like to fix and fix it as many times until I'm satisfied. If I respond yes, using the text and copying my style of voice and tone, please come up with a chapter outline and then write the singular chapter itself based on the outline on the following, the history of Bitcoin. Okay, so let's see what it got back. The tone of the provided text is friendly, enthusiastic, and encouraging. It establishes a personal connection with the readers, conveying a sense of gratitude, excitement, and belief in their potential. The style is conversational and relatable, with the author sharing their own experiences and using informal language to create a welcoming atmosphere. So that's a very good and descriptive description of the style and tone. Now, I would like to confirm if this is the tone and style you want for the book and if the topic of maximizing the college experience. Okay, no. Okay. I would, because we're talking about Bitcoin, I don't think friendly and enthusiastic and encouraging really fits the description of Bitcoin. So let's see, I would like to keep the tone conversational and relatable. However, include more informational aspects to the style because I want to inform my readers about the history of Bitcoin. Understood. In that case, I will adjust the style to incorporate a more informational tone while still maintaining a conversational and relatable approach. I will focus on providing educational content about the history of Bitcoin. Before proceeding, could you please confirm if you would like for me to continue with the topic of the history of Bitcoin for the book? If you have any specific aspects or key points that you would like for me to cover within the chapter, please let me know and I will incorporate them in the outline and subsequent chapter. Mm, yes. Please continue. Hey, Char Willie, what's going on? Yes, the text should be informative. Yes. Our limit AI can speed up. Yes, it could definitely speed up the process if you use it correctly. Like if you do it like how I'm teaching you guys how to do it, that's the correct way to do it. You have people that be cheating and they just say, "Oh, just write me a book about Bitcoin." It doesn't tell you, they don't really tailor it to their specific writing style and they be cheating. I always say they be cheating and you shouldn't, because AI is a tool. It's not supposed to take over your thought process. It's supposed to enhance your thought process. You know what I'm saying? Petty, what's up? How to chat GPT replace me in my classes? I can't. I can't. All right. So let's put full screen. Okay. Based on your information, I'll proceed with creating an outline for the chapter on the history of Bitcoin. Here's an outline that covers the key aspects of Bitcoin's history. So we have an introduction, which is a welcome and a recap, introduce the topic of Bitcoin and its significance. And we have the origins, birth, evolution and milestones, challenges and controversies, regulatory concerns, mainstream adoption, the future, and conclusion. Okay, so please review the outline and let me know if you would like any adjustments or if there are specific subtopics would you like me to focus on in more detail. When you approve the outline, proceed with the chapter itself. So, okay. I think this is writing it as the entire chapter instead of the book, but let's just say instead of writing the titles as one chapter, please count each section to individual chapters. I said, I like this outline. It's a very good outline. Hint, hint, it kind of favors if you give it compliments. I realize that if you like compliment it, it kind of does give you better results. And I said, I like this outline. It's a very good outline. However, instead of writing the titles as parts of one chapter, please break down each section to individual chapters. For example, the introduction and their subsequent points should be its own chapter. Please use H1 and H2 headings for formatting, and please first start off with writing the introduction and ask me if I'm okay with the content before moving on to the next chapter. So let's see what it says. She says, so you have to butter ChatGPT up. Yeah, if you butter it up, it sounds crazy, but you really do have to talk to it nice because after I learned to talk to it nice, it really did give me better results. I just used to put in just plain Jane, just regular prompts, and it just gave me mediocre results. But after like training it, and it's sad to say that you kind of have to coax the machine to give it what you want. It sounds crazy, but I promise you that's going to give you better results. She said, not you have to flatter the robot. Yeah. Yeah, you got to flatter the robot. I still don't trust AI, but there are practical uses. I don't trust nefarious characters who can use AI for nefarious purposes. The tool in and of itself is a tool. It's neutral. It's to me, it's like money. It's neither positive nor negative. But the difference is the mentality and the ethics of the person using it. Yeah. Some men wrote that into the algorithm. I believe it. I believe it. They couldn't get the wooing in real life, so they had to train the robot to respond well to wooing. That's saying. Okay. Manners are the first sign of intellect. Okay. Manners are the first sign of intellect. It encourages it to use the same language with nuance, connotation, and meaning. Correct. Okay. So let's see what it has. Okay. So it says it'll break down each section into individual chapters and use H1 and H2 headings for formatting. Okay. Says introduction. Welcome to the fascinating world of Bitcoin. Hello and welcome to the intriguing world of Bitcoin. In this chapter, we'll embark on a journey to explore the history of this groundbreaking digital currency. Bitcoin has captured the attention of individuals, businesses, governments around the globe, revolutionizing the way we perceive and interact with money. Its impact has been nothing short of remarkable. Unveiling the significance of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, often referred to as the first cryptocurrency, has disrupted traditional financial systems and sparked a wave of innovation. Created by an anonymous figure or group known as Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin introduced a decentralized and peer to peer digital payment system that operates outside of the control of central banks and governments. Okay, I'm only going to do three. Setting the stage, origins of Bitcoin. To understand Bitcoin's history, we need to delve into its origins. We'll explore the enigma surrounding Satoshi Nakamoto, the brilliant mind behind the concept, and the pivotal white paper that introduced Bitcoin to the world. These early concepts laid the foundation for a new era of digital currency. This sounds really, really good. I hope this introduction chapter captures the essence of what you envision for your ebook. Please review the content and let me know if you're satisfied or if you have any specific changes or additions you would like to make. Once you approve the content, we can proceed with the next chapter. Okay, so how do you guys think of the chapter so far? I think it sounds really good. It's informational but conversational. And I think it really did what you asked it to do. So let's see. Sounds good to me. Right, right. I'm ready to sell it. I mean, as always, if you're doing something like this, and this also sounds like this is something that needs to be researched, I would also recommend fact checking and double checking. And again, with something like this, cite your sources. Don't just pull it out of, don't just pull it from what you have here. Like literally, you should want to research it, fact check, go through it with a fine tune comb, and just tweak it so it truly matches your style and truly make sure that it's what it is that you envisioned. I don't know why I can't speak. It's just child. Okay, so you guys want to continue, or does anybody want to come up on here and just chat? Or do you guys want to do another example of a book? Or what do y'all want to do? What if it becomes a ghost in the shell? Look, I I I don't know. Ah, so it mirrors you. Yep, it mirrors you. If you put something good in, you get good out. But there's also a saying called garbage in, garbage out. If you give it garbage, it's going to give you garbage back out. Okay. Robots need love too. Like robot chicken. I am I'm crying. I can't. Okay. So Nia says another example, please. Okay. So what other examples do you guys want? As a matter of fact, I will drop the link and we can interact that way. How do you I can all right. All right, I have the link in the chat if you guys anybody wants to come up. Just hold on one second. How to get into an Ivy League? Okay. This can't create art. That's another program or several other programs. This does text, but this can help you create art prompts, which I can do in another video. So I actually use ChatGPT to help me get the prompts to make this. Oh, which by the way, I'm setting up my Etsy shop to sell this, and actually I've turned it into a series. So my Etsy shop should be back up next week. So I will let you know the details. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, love. Thank you. All right. So Woman in Adjusting says how to get into an Ivy League. Okay, cool. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Oops. Nope. Okay, let me grab a sample of my writing. Okay. So I'm gonna paste the full prompt this time. I'm gonna actually do what I made it to do. So let's go. Okay. All right. So I inputted the same prompt as before, and it says the tone of the provided, it should be the same thing as before. Is this the tone and style that you want to have the book? So, yes. It's kind of funny because when I did this prompt the first time, it didn't talk to me like this. It just gave me really robotic answers. It didn't seem to have like this, oh, nice type of attitude. So it's kind of weird. So I'm just thinking, is that me training it to talk like this or not? Because I'm not gonna hold you, it's kind of weird. But let's see. Mix oops of it's learning in real time. Yeah. Yep. It's learning. Yep. Yeah, it's machine learning. So yeah. It does develop through interactions. All interactions train the AI. Yeah. So it means we better train it before the spears get to it. I'm crying, but yeah. If we talking about the manosphere, do you really think that they really into this type of stuff? I mean, from the conversations they have, I don't know. But I'm gonna leave that alone. So yeah, generated a it generated another outline. So it says, understood. I will strive to strike a balance between formality and informality to maintain the informative nature of the book while keeping it engaging and accessible for college bound students. Um, okay, so chapter one, preparing for the college journey, importance of setting goals and expectations, researching and choosing the right college for you, understanding an application process and requirements, tips for writing a standout personal statement, securing recommendation letters that showcase your strengths. Chapter two, navigating the college transition, adjusting to the new academic environment, managing time effectively and staying organized, strategies. Okay. Maximizing your college experience, academic success strategies, crafting a well rounded college life, planning for the future. Okay. This sounds good. So let's see what it writes. Hey, Samri, what's going on? Also, go check out Sam Marie Bliss's channel if you are not subscribed to her. Chat GPT and chat based AI definitely requires patience and creativity on the prompt engineers. Absolutely. I can't tell you the amount of times that I have gotten frustrated with trying to tell it to do something and it didn't do it exactly what I wanted it to do. But then you have to figure out creative ways to make it give it what you want. It definitely is a you definitely have to play with it a lot and tweak it a lot. Hey, Level Up Single Mom. Hey, Key. Again, shout out to Level Up Single Mom. Go subscribe to her channel. Shame you can't get to the channels through the chat. Um, the mods should be able to. If any of my mods can pull up everybody's channels that I listed and put it in the chat, then that'd be great. I think the mods should be able to do it. Okay. All right. So Cherie is backstage. So hey,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. I just wanted to come up here, give you a pat on the back and, say this is great. You've actually inspired me to, I think I actually want to take a class on prompt engineering. I want to
Mhm.
learn a lot more about it. And it's funny, in my previous life, which still happens to be my current life partially. I write business plans. I used to, and I still have people
Mhm.
calling me. And someone asked me to create a course for people who want to write business plans using ChatGPT. So I'm signed up to teach in August. But you tonight have just like encouraged me to really kind of become better at this whole process. Um, Now, the one thing I noticed is that these chapters are very short that they're giving.
Yeah.
So, of course,
Mhm.
it's an ebook. So, I
Mhm.
would be interested in learning about other types of writing. I saw um, there's a YouTube channel of a woman who writes fiction novels. I think she writes romance novels or something, sappy like that. But there's an AI. It's like Jasper, but it's one of the AI derivatives or
Mhm.
specific programs that's specifically for creative writers, and they help you with your storylines, your plot lines, getting the details just right, things like that. So um, GPT is helping with all sorts of writing that's out there, from technical writing to this type of ebook writing, all the way to business plans and things like that. So,
Yeah, it definitely helps with a lot of writing. But like I said, with the it's really short, but maybe like go you can probably like go back and like ask it to like expand further. And there are
hmm
things that or you could just put your own writing like into use.
right, right. And I think that it's one of those things where it's garbage in, garbage out, just
Mhm.
like any other type of technology. And that's what I was thinking earlier today, actually this morning. I was thinking with ChatGPT, it really is that garbage in, garbage out, mindset,
Mhm.
um, where uh, I don't know if it'll ever be like this, where you could just say one sentence and it automatically creates, um, the best ebook you've ever written. I don't know if it'll ever
Yeah,
get
no.
there. Yeah, and I'm hoping it doesn't, because I think that creativity is what's going to make your ebook different from my ebook, even if we
Mhm.
use ChatGPT and we wrote the same topic. You
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
It's definitely based on what it is that you give it. Like I always say that you still need to be the brain behind the machine. Don't let the
Mhm.
machine think for you. You need to think with it and use it as leverage. I think that's also what separates people. Because like I said, there's people that be cheating and they just use what it is that, use basic prompts and takes what Chat GPT gives them without refining it, without putting their own taste and their own style and their own spin and creativity on it, and just pass it off, to make a quick buck, but the quality isn't there. So it definitely takes a
Mhm.
certain level of creativity and innovation to use ChatGPT and things of the like to its effectiveness, to its full
Yeah.
potential. Yeah.
So where do you see the industry headed?
Mm. Ah, I'm not sure. I think that because it's so multifaceted, there are a lot of ways that it can go. I would really have to sit there and like think,
Mhm.
because I think this is definitely going to be technology that's going to be a line in the sand for people who know how to use it and people who are like afraid of it and like want to reject it. I do know that much, but where the industry would go, I want to do more research to fully like get my thoughts clear about that and make a proper analysis.
Yeah,
But
because I
yeah, like
think,
QB said, yeah,
you
like
know,
QB
from
says,
the go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I said like QB says, like wherever people take it. I do know, and I have heard that, I think which which AI director just stepped down. But I think that if nefarious people take this and run with it, they could take it and run with it in a completely devastating like direction. That's
Mhm.
people warning about it. So I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, well, nefarious people are already trying to, and that was part of the reason why Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, where ChatGPT comes from, as well as several other tech individuals, signed that open letter to Congress to
Hmm.
have a 6-month pause on rollouts of new ChatGPTs until they could kind of get their head around how to regulate it, which of course was controversial in its own
Hmm.
sense. But I think that
Hmm.
people will always do nefarious things, whether it's the
Hmm.
telephone, whether it's the internet, whether it's email, etc. And you've just brought up a great point that an industry that's about to be created is cyber defense against ChatGPT. um, Not only, people doing nefarious things with regards to asking ChatGPT to create, I don't want to get your channel banned, but create like negative things, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But also, ChatGPT, right now, they say don't put any of your corporate secrets into
Yes.
ChatGPT either. So I imagine there's going to be a whole cyber defense protection against,
Hmm.
people who wanna companies who wanna use ChatGPT, but they don't want their corporate secrets getting out. Um,
Yeah.
so I think there are gonna be a lot of just opportunities out there. The final thing is it'll be interesting with regards to what you're doing, how people can actually take their ebooks and, profit their
Hmm.
ChatGPT books and profit from them, being
Hmm.
on Amazon, Etsy, like you said, etc. Um, so, yeah, I'm just curious and interested what you were finding with regards to this topic.
Um. Well, I mean, I think now with like things like Amazon KDP, it's easier for people to go the self-publishing route,
Mhm,
especially like putting it on Amazon. You could still use this, and I think you could still probably, especially like if you have connections, do the traditional publishing route as well. But yeah, I think it's easier for the common person to be able to monetize their skill or their work in ways in which previously it was harder. There are more workarounds to go through.
mhm,
So that's how I'm seeing it. I think the book, one of the books that I'm gonna write, I'm probably gonna be putting it through like the self publishing route, like through Amazon KDP.
mhm.
Uh, yes.
I think the
Um,
final thing, and then I'll go so that your other guests can speak, is that this tool will separate the good from the great. because
Correct.
ChatGPT can only write to the level that you're giving it instruction. So, if you are writing at a level one and you're
Mhm.
instructing ChatGPT at a level one, then it'll give you level one in, output,
Yeah. It'll basically
which
give you what it
then
is you give it.
exactly. So there may also be, y'all know I'm like always the person that's thinking about ways of making money. I think there will also be prompt engineering coaches that help people not just with the prompts, but also with like helping you flush out your ideas. Or
Mhm.
yeah, so just kind of thinking about that as well. Um, yeah, I see that being an industry. So,
Oh, absolutely. There's definitely a lot of ways in which jobs could pop up because I think the main fear that a lot of people have is like, oh, AI is going to take a lot of jobs, but they're also going to be replacing jobs too. So
yeah.
there's going to be new markets that's created. But the thing is, you have to put yourself in the position to uh, uh, wow, my thoughts are escaping me. To put
Mhm.
yourself in the position to utilize, gain those skills, gain that knowledge, gain the skill set to
Yeah.
be ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So,
Gain the skill set and the marketing. People got to know that you know how to do it. So, yeah.
mhm.
All right, my dear. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited. And I sent you an email as well. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Ooh, hi, Samory. What's going on?
Hello. I'd like to put in some ideas about AI.
Mhm.
You know how the public is scared about AI because OpenAI CEO talked about like pausing its development before, like, so that there's laws to prevent different things.
Mhm.
But then, you could also think about it like he already created a machine that learned from what was online for free, and that's how he was able to get his company to be number one, right? So
Yeah.
he's basically preventing smaller AI companies from reaching to his company's level by
Yeah.
asking the government to pause, like other AI
Pretty much.
companies to, yeah. So we also have to think about like the darker motives for asking for that.
Mhm.
Um, and then I use it to help me get unstuck. Like whenever I'm like, oh, how do I start writing a cover letter or a resume and stuff, like basic, you know, dread, what is
Mhm.
it, dredge work
Yeah.
that, like, because I'm applying to jobs. And if they ask for cover letters, I'm like, I just put it in, copy paste into the
Yeah.
application, and it helps me a lot. And then another thing to note is how, if you've heard of the writer's strike,
Yeah, in
um,
Hollywood, yes.
and that is because their union is requesting that Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers ban the use of AI for writing and
Mhm.
rewriting any source materials, as well as its use as a source material of its own, and that no AI material be trained on their writer's work. So it's affecting different
Yeah, industries.
industries. Yeah. And also, there's I forgot the name of the AI, but it's been trained on artists' work, and
Yeah,
it's
a mid-journey.
generating
Yeah.
Mid-Journey exactly. And there's other AI for art as well, and they're basically putting artists out of their jobs.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm not really sure what the ethical repercussions will be, but we
Yeah.
still have to get on top of this and learn how to use it to our benefit.
Yeah,
That's
because
my
it I wholeheartedly agree. I understand from the artist perspective, like, where it's coming from now, like, where artists, they use this to make money and they put like their time and their effort in because it's a passion for them. And now it's like, oh, a computer is just coming in and taking like my passion like away. So
Mm-hmm.
there definitely is going to be like an ethical dilemma, especially also with legality. I'm not sure if any progression has been made, like if whether or not I believe what copyright infringement with like things like
Mm.
Midjourney and things like that. I'm not sure how far along that has gotten, but it definitely is going to be a development that I'd be interested in seeing. Like when
Exactly.
it comes
So I went to Midjourney's terms and conditions, or they have a section for copyright
to.
infringements.
Mhm. Mhm.
So if you, as an artist, recognize, you know, it has to be a unique piece that you've created, and you can tell it,
Mhm.
okay, this was copied from my work, and then they
Mhm.
will put it down.
Yes.
But the artist has to advocate on their part. They won't just
Yeah.
put it down because it's, basically AI makes things up, it steals things.
Yeah.
And we
Basically.
as humans, we're not comfortable with that.
Yeah. I just think that one of the things that is scary is like the way in which it's rapidly growing
Mm.
and expanding and evolving. Like I first started with Midjourney like last summer, and like the quality of the images were really like crap. And now, not even 1 year later, like the complete like transformation of the pieces, I'm like, whoa! And this is not even a year, and
Oh
it's only
wow.
gonna get quicker and quicker and quicker. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
this is kind
and
of scary.
it'll render correct fingers, and that
Yeah.
will be over.
Yeah, now it's still doing a little wonky things with the extra digits or missing digit, but maybe later on down the line it might be, tuned correctly. But it's
Yeah,
definitely something that's very interesting, and you're never gonna get bored because it's just
that's
so
true.
many things that's just popping up every single day. So it's
Yeah,
kind of overwhelming. But yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for chatting. Okay, so women and adjusting is saying that so many people are saying prompt engineering won't be a job. No, there are prompt engineering jobs that are some of the highest paying prompt engineering jobs are I saw for like $300,000. No, prompt engineering jobs are going to be very important because these machines need people to train it on like how to respond. And like I said, this is a forever growing industry. So more and more and more people need to learn how to utilize it to especially do with it like what they want to do for it for their businesses. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. So QB says the one thing that I've gained from this live is that more people like us should be engaging with it. Yeah. The more of us that are engaging with it, the better off, the more ahead of the curve we'll be. Because like I said, it's gonna start to become like a divide, not just with like the haves and the have-nots, but people who have skills and people who don't. And people I think who are more receptive to this type of technology, they're gonna fare better, especially within the job market. And especially now that I heard that AI is gonna be replacing like a lot of jobs that primarily like women held. So it helps to be ahead of the curve, because one thing that I did learn about is that funny enough, these companies like OpenAI, I know for sure, is also researching universal basic income. So it's like I think they know something is coming up the pipeline, but yeah. So afraid of being instead of being afraid of the negative capacity of it, use it to magnify. Yes, absolutely. Fear isn't going to help anybody. It's not going away whether or not you want it to go away. So you might as well just use it for good and use it to help you, especially now that it's completely like open and not as regulated. Um, ChatGPT, how do I get the women system? I can't stand you. And this is profile picture. I can't stand you. You're doing something right if black women making money is excited. Yeah, I'm excited too. Like I said. I also want to thank Black Women Making Money again for the shout out and also for the support. I don't think it makes it unethical. Well, remember, ethics is subjective. So what one person thinks is ethical, another person might not think it's unethical, and stuff like that. Unless the fact that it is AI is not exactly. It will be skilled versus unskilled. Like, what does Diamond Dave say? Get the skills or take that deal. So that's what it is. Just enrolled in a prompt engineering course for generative AI on LinkedIn. Good for you. I want to know how that goes for you. Yeah, it's definitely a good field and a good thing to like learn, and it'll be helpful. So I'm gonna be strengthening my prompting skills. It's okay, but it could be a little bit better. So it's always something to learn. Hotness. Okay. I think that's it for today. We've been on for about an hour, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. It's been a minute since I've done one, and I think I'm going to do more of these on different topics because you can use ChatGPT literally in any facet of your life, like cooking, creating schedules, um learning a different skill. Like yesterday, I used GPT-4 to help me learn something with automation for something that I want to do for my Etsy shop. And it's a lot that you can do with it. So thank you guys so much for watching the live stream, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell button so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you're catching this on a replay, you could just show me some love and let me know how you're feeling about ChatGPT. So until next time, I'm going to see you guys later. Have a good night. Thank you guys. Love you guys so much. And thank you guys for the support. All right, I'll talk to you all later.